Please. Thank you.
Okay. Today's topic is about Jesus and his humility. So when you think of a king, the word humility probably doesn't come to mind. Jesus was a king, and he came to serve. Matthew 20:28 says, even as the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve and to give his life as a ransom for many. Jesus' whole life was like an act of humility. His birth, he was born in a city called Bethlehem. That city is like a no-name city. No one knows about that city. He was born in a manger. Imagine that today. And to his death, died on the cross. A very brutal death. This shows his humility and his love for us. And Jesus served throughout his whole life. He served his disciples, he washed their feet, he healed the sick, healed the injured, did many miracles. Jesus came to the earth to die for us and to serve us. Next slide. So Luke 14:11 says, for everyone who exalts himself will be humbled, and he who humbles himself will be exalted. So if you guys don't know, I do cross country and I do track. And every time I would finish a race, I would exalt myself. And I would give all glory to myself, be so full of myself, thinking that I did it, it was my own strength. And I remember last year in cross country in All City, it was raining really, really bad. And I ran, and I was humbled. I did really, really bad. I ran almost like a minute slower than my fastest time. And after that race, I realized that all these races is from God. He's the one who gave me strength. He's the one who's giving me the ability to run these races, to run for Him. And as you see here, he who humbled himself will be exalted. Jesus humbled himself by coming to this world. Coming to this world was like an act of humility. He came to this world knowing he was going to be rejected by his hometown, going to be betrayed by his disciple, denied by another disciple. He was going to be mocked. He was going to have accusers. He was going to have people who opposed him. And he still came to this world because he loved us, because he submitted to God and His will. Humility isn't about, wait. Humility is about thinking about yourself less and thinking more about God and about others. Jesus did that. He came to this world to do God's will, which was to die for us. And that shows Him thinking about us and thinking about God. When you give your life to Christ, it's like an act of humility in a way. You're saying that I'm a sinner. I can't do anything to earn salvation. I need you, God. You are the way to salvation, Jesus. I put my faith and trust in you. You're denying yourself and putting your faith in Jesus. Next slide. And Jesus is our example. John 13:14 and 15 says, if I then, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also ought to wash one another's feet. For I have given you an example, that you should do just as I have done to you. Jesus washed his disciples' feet, showing his servantship, showing his humility. Instead of being served, he was the one serving. Jesus came to his earth to serve us. And for us, we love to be served. We love being a king. But we're called to live an opposite life. Instead of being served, to serve others, to love one another, as Jesus loved us.
So y'all probably think like, man, like how does the game we just played correlate to being humble? It's the opposite of being humble. And so we want to show you guys that, man, like, I mean, musical chair or grabbing the marker, you want to win. Like, you want to be the last one standing. But Jesus is the opposite of that. It's contradict. That's what the word offers. To have pride, to think you're the best person in the whole classroom, to think you are more powerful than one another. But man, like, we are not that. We're supposed to be servant leaders. We're supposed to be humble. And so instead of doing an activity that's like kind of relate to the message, we want to do a game that's contradict that show like what the word is. It's for pride, and pride's a big thing too. Pride's a big thing, and so for the past 3 verses, it's humble after humble after humble. So your humbleness really matters. Instead of exalting yourself, you're supposed to humble yourself, and then you'll be exalted.
Iggy?
Oh no, I just want to give an example. Oh my fault. Well, I just want to give an example of that, like inside the church, because this is not just something that's to regular life. This is something that also happens in the house of God, especially like during like when somebody's preaching and you have that thought in the back of your mind because you also like sharing messages or something like, dang, I could do that way better than you. I could definitely do that better. I could definitely push that agenda way better than they did. That's not humility. That's not right. When in the body of Christ, you're supposed to allow others and push yourself back in some situations. Allow others to be that spotlight so that they can shine on other people. That's one way. And another thing is that, wait, there goes one of our female ambassadors. Can we say hi, Anna?
Hi, Anna.
Oh man,
Okay,
can we do that right, please? Hi, Anna. Hi, Anna. There we go. No.
Being humble, bro.
Being humble. Yeah, being humble. My fault. Yeah. Another example. Thank you. It just came in. Yeah, you can have my seat.
Please. Sit down.
Yeah, just take it. Never mind. I'm done talking. Y'all got it.
I mean, that's literally right now is show a great sense of humility. Like, you're supposed to serve others. You're supposed to, even if you as much as you want the chair, like, man, like, you feel me? Like, it's about serving others. It's not about you getting served. And so when Jesus came down, like, man, like, he don't look to get served. He's looking to serve you guys, every single person in the soul, in this room. Like, man, like, I'm going to die for you. And so that's the opposite of what being a king is. But yeah.
Usually I don't say anything, but could you go to the verse to the back one? All right. For everyone who exalts himself will be humbled, and he who humbles himself will be exalted. Peter, you talked about how you were trying to exalt yourself and you were humbled, and this is, I'm trying really hard to make sure this doesn't sound like a humble brag. This is not a humble brag, but I have an experience in which there was, for those of you who don't know what I did before youth pastoring and running a nonprofit, I was a professional baseball player, played pro ball, and
MLB.
I was in an all-star game. And in the all-star game, this is the only time I've ever had a article that was written like about me at another city for another publication. Usually you get stuff in your own city and your own publications where you play, they do stuff. But this is the first time I ever had anything where I was at the game, I didn't even get a hit, but the reporter did a whole story on me. It was really weird. Because the reason he did the story had nothing to do with me playing baseball. During the game, one of the players got walked in the All-Star game, and for those of you who watch baseball, they have like arm guards and all sorts of stuff. There's shin guard, and so the player, like normal, starts taking his stuff off as he's running to first base, throwing the things all over the place, like going to first base. The bat boy has to go and pick up all the stuff all the way down the first base line. But when the player, before he took off, he tossed his bat. And it ended up, he didn't even realize he tossed it that far. It ended up going like to the backstop. So the bat boy has to go pick up all this stuff and then get his batting gloves and all this stuff. So Me just doing, I'm not doing anything. I'm not even I'm just like, well, he's over there picking up this stuff. I'm going to go over here and pick up this bat and make it easier for the bat boy. That's all I did. I wasn't doing it. I was just like, I'm going to make his life easier. This reporter decided that he's going to write a whole feature on the fact that he had never seen a pro athlete pick up the bat for the bat boy, making his life easier, do these things, because I was just trying to help him out. That is one of those things where it's like, and he who humbles himself will be exalted. It was really weird. I still think it's a very weird thing that I got an article written about this. But more people found out who I was. All this stuff, I became exalted because I was being humble. I wasn't even trying to get any type of notoriety or anything. I was just trying to help this bad boy, this kid out. But when you do that, when you start focusing on trying to serve other people, when you focus on trying to help other people, number one, you're able to care for them a lot better. You can bear their burdens. You can pray for them. You can do all this stuff. People won't feel alone and dejected and left out because you're going to see somebody not feeling great and you'll be like, hey, can I help you? Can I pray for you? Can I talk? Like, are you okay? But when you do that, that same person is going to be like, out of the blue, you know, I remember when you did that. I'm going to come and help. I'm going to come alongside you. I'm going to tell other people about your character. Then your character becomes your reputation and people start caring about, like, oh, I want to hear about what that person has to say. And then you get to point people to Jesus. That becomes your influence. So do that. Like, really do your best on trying. This is a great message. It is an upside down thing. It's an upside down kingdom. It's very contradicting to, not contradicting. It's the opposite of what we do in this culture where we think about ourselves a lot. Try to think of yourself less. That is the thing of being selfless.
You want to pray us out?
You want me to pray? Oh.
Oh.
Do you want to pray us out?
I mean Peter.
Peter, pray.
Oh! Is anyone want to pray us out? No one?
Everybody's like, that will make me feel like prideful because my prayers are